What is going on, guys? This is Richie here, back again from the Red Planet Films, bringing you yet another video. I know it's been quite a while since I made one of these Blu-ray haul updates. However, in the month, or for the month of May, I didn't really get many Blu-rays, so I found it a little bit pointless to just give you a video of me showcasing like 2 or 3 Blu-rays that I picked up that month. It was kind of a bit of a dry month, in my opinion. I mean, the only really standout ones, I believe, were just Get Out and Logan. But you know what, I decided to kind of wait a little bit and combine both May and June into one video just to give you guys something a little bit more informative and a little bit more lengthy. So with all that being said, I will go into full depth of what I picked up for both May and June. So, anywho, I'm going to start off with something a little bit random for those of you who have been a little bit, with the channel or our other channels, like my own personal channel or our gaming channel. And if it's not made evident by that big ginormous belt right there in the back or by my t-shirt, I'm a bit of a wrestling fan. So I picked up the Seth Rollins Building the Architect DVD box set. It's a 3-disc box set. It's not really a box set, but it's like a 3-disc thingy. And it has a whole bunch of different matches from his career and everything like that. It's like a total of almost 9 hours and everything with all 3 discs, put together. If you're looking for something a little bit informative in terms of documentary-wise, that kind of goes a little bit in-depth with his career, this is not for you. It just has him sit down for like maybe a total of like a half an hour, just kind of talking about the matches that are showcased on this DVD set. As I kind of showed off here, well, it's more so all right here. And all 3 discs, these are all the matches and everything. And before one match starts, he'll kind of talk about it for a little bit. Then the match goes on. After that match is done, he talks about the next one, and then so on and so forth. And that's the whole formula for all 3 discs. And I found it to be a little bit of a letdown. I don't know. I felt like it was marketed towards it being like sort of a sit-down interview as previous WWE home videos. And then with the matches like on the other discs and everything like that. But whatever. And I'm also a little bit salty that it wasn't on Blu-ray. I know they kind of cut back on their Blu-ray production, which, I don't know, it's kind of dumb, but it is what it is. I know the Kevin Owens Blu-ray is going to be coming out soon, so that's something to look forward to, and I think that one is more of their documentary route, so I will definitely be picking that one up, which I think comes out on the 4th of July, if I'm not mistaken. Anywho, on to the next movie that I picked up. This was at Best Buy, I believe, for $8 or $9, I forget, but that is The Nice Guys with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. Just as I do with all my other movies that I seem to pick up, I'm yet to check this one out. So hopefully I will check it out soon. I heard nothing but nice things and good things about it. I said nice things because the nice guys. Get it? Very clever. But I know my friend Alan, who has his own YouTube channel over at Night Shift, formerly known as Lameboy Games, cheap plug, haha. He told me that he really enjoyed this movie. So I'm going to have to sit down and check it out. Maybe I'll do that tonight. If, other things don't keep me busy. Like what? I'm not really too sure. These next 3 films, they have a warm, soft, and fuzzy spot in my heart. At first, I never really was a fan of them until one day during middle school. There was a class field trip that I didn't go on. So some of the students that stood behind had to watch this movie, and I ended up falling in love with it. And I got all 3 of these each for about $7 at Best Buy, which I couldn't pass it up. Because in most cases, these types of films, or Disney movies in general, are a little bit pricey for some odd reason. And I got Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl on Blu-ray. It's a 2-disc set. I got Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, which this is my favorite of the trilogy. The amount of times I've watched this movie back when I was a lot younger is probably a little bit unhealthy, but that's okay. And I'm probably going to do the same thing now that I own it. And Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. This one was okay. I felt like in some parts it could have been done a little bit more better. Maybe there were certain elements that they could have left out. I don't know. For some reason, the pacing of it didn't really impress me that much, especially as a successor to Dead Man's Chest. But it was decent nonetheless. And these are really the only 3 pirate films that I care about. 4 and 5, should have just stopped at 3. Up next, I got this at FYE for $4.50. Can't really pass this up. And I couldn't help but notice that this particular one, as well as the first incarnation and I believe the third one, are really the only ones that you can kind of find. But as far as the other ones, they're a lot more harder. Either that or they're just not released on Blu-ray, or there was just a limited quantity made. I don't know. But that's Friday the 13th Part 2. With the whole Friday the 13th game that just came out, I was on a Friday the 13th kick. My boy Jesus, he has his own YouTube channel as well. Zeus is Loose. Cheap plug yet again. He rented some of the Friday the 13th films on iTunes, and he was kind of like live texting it to me like as he was watching it. So it was just kind of funny to see, him, who he's never seen these films, just revisit them because of the game. So I think stuff like that is kind of cool. So I was like, you know what? I haven't seen these movies myself in quite a while. So hopefully I can find the other parts. But I definitely want to get Part 1 and Part 3. And then as far as the other ones go, yeah. Anyway, up next, man, where did I get this? I'm pretty sure I got this at Best Buy for like $9. And again, my friend Jesus over at Zeus is Zeus. Cheap plug yet again. You owe me. Me and him were just talking about this movie one day randomly, and then he rented it on iTunes. And he was, again, kind of like live texting it to me or whatever. And I was at work on that particular day just laughing. And that's the other guys with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. And we usually like to kind of fool around, just, make fun of Mark Wahlberg and like his Boston accent and everything, and kind of like his cliche-ness or whatever, but nothing against Mark Wahlberg. I love the dude. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in a while, so I had to pick it up. And just one of the funniest parts is when Sam Jackson and The Rock just leap off the top of the building. Like, their egos got them killed, but it is what it is. It's a funny movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. Up next again, this was a Best Buy exclusive, a steelbook packaging. I believe I got this for $20 at Best Buy, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm definitely going to have to get the previous incarnation, even though that year's event wasn't all that stellar, but I enjoyed it for, what they were given. And that is WrestleMania 33. Again, back to the whole wrestling thing. Look at it. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. You cannot sit here and tell me that that is not beautiful. Look at that packaging. So crisp, so clean. Let's look at the inside. You want to see the inside? Look at that. Look at that. Come on. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. As always, these things look stellar on Blu-ray. So, I'm curious to see if WWE will ever venture into the 4K territory. That's like sports entertainment at its finest, if they ever do go down that route. Anyway, up next, I didn't get to see this movie when it originally came out in theaters, so I was definitely looking forward to it, especially with all the good things that I heard about it, and that is Jordan Peele's Get Out. And the same day I bought this, I watched it, and immediately, one of my favorite films of 2017. If you haven't seen this movie, Get Out. No, seriously, Get Out, go watch this. It's stellar, and I can't wait to watch it again, and again, and again, and again. This was a really good movie. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of things that I'll pick up on the second or third viewing that I didn't on my first. Again, very stellar film. And up next, I really wanted to get the Steelbook, but it was sold out, man. And my cousin was lucky enough to get his hands on the Steelbook, and it looks beautiful, and I'm very jealous. And that is Logan on Blu-ray. And it also comes with Logan Noir, so it's a limited edition 3-disc set. So at least I got this limited edition 3-disc set. I still like the packaging, but the other one had this sort of comic booky look to it, and it had Logan and X-23 on the cover. It was a steel. It was beautiful, but alas, I didn't get my hands on it. Anywho, next up, I believe I got at Best Buy as well. I don't know if I made mention, but I got Get Out and Logan at Best Buy as well, both for $20 each. And this next film that I'm holding right now, I got at Best Buy as well. I think for just $8 or $9 actually. And I've been having my eye on it for quite a while, just because I'm a whole fan of like the universe and everything like that. And that is Vixen. It is a animated DC film. Kind of ties in with the whole like Arrowverse and the CW, DC TV universe as well. So it features like Flash and Arrow and all that, and a couple other characters and everything. So again, yet to check this out too. So hopefully I will get around to doing so. Maybe I'll do that tonight along with the Nice Guys. And last but certainly not least, I picked this up at Best Buy on Tuesday for $21, and I think it's a fairly good price for this, and that is the limited collector's edition of Power Rangers on Blu-ray. I enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen my review, I will leave the link to it in the description box down below. But yeah, this movie didn't really make a whole bunch of money at the box office, if I'm not mistaken, so that kind of puts a sequel at risk or in jeopardy. I don't know how it performed overseas, but I thought, if you're going, it's Power Rangers. Come on, like what were you expecting? Some Oscar-nominated worthy film? No, it's Power Rangers. It had its cheesy elements, it had its serious elements, and it didn't force-feed a lot of its diversity down your throat, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, So let me just kind of show you what this collector's edition looks like. So right on the front, you get the little lightning bolt. Right on the back, you get Rita Repulsa, played by Elizabeth Banks. And then you open it up, you get Zordon right there, you get a couple of other stuff, and that's what the inside looks like. But the cool part is these sort of silly trading cards that they have inside as well. They have like a little bit of information on the back, and it shows all the Power Rangers, all of them, including Rita, with, again, some info on the back. Wish they could have had Zordon on there too, like a little Zordon card, but whatever. Doesn't matter. It's still a pretty cool little collector's edition thingy, and I'm glad I picked it up. But how much of a collector's edition it is? I always find those collector's edition or like limited edition things like a little bit gimmicky, because you'll end up seeing them again like a little bit later on. So it is what it is. So as I'm trying to struggle and put this back in, I have to rewatch this again because I really liked it, and I'm having some freaking technical difficulties here. Anywho, that is my recent pickups for both the month of May and June. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like. If you want, go ahead and check out, my other Blu-ray hauls. I'll leave the link to the playlist at the end of this video. You'll see a little annotation on your right-hand side, if you're watching on desktop or mobile, of course, as well as another link to our own original content, like fan films and all that good stuff, original films, right underneath that. And then over on your left-hand side, you'll see the link to the Rip Planet Films and our gaming channel, Rip Planet Gaming, where we are 568 subscribers strong. So check that channel out if you're into gaming. All that being said, I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you all for tuning in.